Yo, got a 2006 Kia Sorento in here. She has kind of an exhaust complaint. I guess it's loud or something. But I looked at it, I'm like, you need a transmission pan because it's leaking. It's a little rusty. So I found one online really cheap. That's the part number. It took her like a month to get it too. They said it would get here pretty quick, but it came from Korea. So it took a little while. Of course, I'm just going to get right to it. First thing I'm going to want to do is drain this thing. There's a drain plug right here. And it's kind of squishy. You know, I find a little rust chunk and I push on it and it's like squishy. It's got really fun, squishy spots. I don't think it'd be much fun to just use a drain plug on this. I'm gonna do something a little different and see how solid this really is. It looks like the worst spot is, I don't know. I was figuring I'd be able to poke a hole in it somewhere. Ooh, there's a good one. Ooh, right there. Oh, I found it. Ooh, yummy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ooh, that's a big hole. Ooh, ooh. Look at that. Fancy. Okay, I'm gonna let this drain out. On the driver's side above the drive shaft, there's what looks to be a 12mm for the dipstick tube. I'm going to try to get at that with a swivel ratchet or something. These are all 10mm bolts. I just need to get all those off. I'm going to try to get them off with a drill. I might need a swivel socket for some of them on the front because this nice exhaust is in the way. I'll leave one in here and just loosen it up a little bit for now. Now I have the camera over here because I'm gonna, well, it looks like this pan already fell. I just gotta separate the dipstick tube from the dipstick tube. And I think there's just an O-ring in here. The top tube is bolted up on top somewhere. So I'm just gonna try to find some kind of pry point here and try to pry this thing out maybe. There it goes. I gotcha. Takes a little swirling, but it comes out. Doesn't really look like I need to scrape this. It looks really clean, but I'm gonna just run a razor blade across it anyways, just in case there's any residual goo on here. I don't know why they would put a sticker on the inside of this. That's not cool. Hopefully a little brake cleaner will get the rest of this off of here. Oh, nice Korean eBay junk. Nothing a little whacking can't fix. If it was bent the other way, it might be not as cool. Looks flat to me. This crusty thing's got magnets in it I want to take out and clean up. I hit this surface with a little brake cleaner just to make sure there's no oil left on it. It came with a pre-opened gasket. They must have returned it all the way back to Korea. Make sure there's no tears in this gasket. It looks pretty good. I probably don't need to, but I'm going to because I don't like them gaskets moving around. So I have some high tack. I'm just going to put a light coat on both surfaces. Don't need a lot, it's just going to make it stick. It's good to leave it sit for about 5 or 10 minutes and let it get tacky. It's such a fine coat though, I can already tell it's tacky, so I'm just going to throw this on. That's good and stuck. It's there to stay. Just hit this with a little brake cleaner to get the excess high tack off of it so it only sticks on one side. Now I got an O-ring to deal with on this dipstick tube. It looked like an easy enough one to get off. I'm gonna match this up. I got an O-ring kit I can dig through. Hopefully I find one that's the right size. It actually looks really good. I could probably reuse it. It's not cracked or anything. If I don't find one, I'll use this one. It's actually a really odd size. I can't find anything to match it up, so I'm putting it back on. I'm not going to Kia to try to get one, that's for sure. I have some silicone paste, dielectric grease. I'm going to put that around the O-ring and on the tube, and I'm going to put it on the inside of the tube too, so this thing slides up there really nice. Okay, with some form of magical luck, I'm going to try to put this thing back up here. I'm not replacing the filter on it, so I'll just try to make the best of what I got here. This is all bent up, all funny. Nice. Nice, cheap eBay mail order junk. Well, I found one bolt that kind of lined up and started. That tube's all kind of bent out of shape. I'm just going to try to stick a centering punch in here and start the rest of these. Hopefully I can get them. I'm just going to turn my drill down to 2 so it's really low torque and just start in the center and work my way out. I'm just going to do all these by hand now. If I was a guess, I'd say they'd be about 6 foot-pounds. They don't really need to be that tight. If you can see the way I'm holding this ratchet, I just got 3 fingers really close to the ratchet, and that's as tight as I'm going to get it. With less leverage like that, I know I won't be able to get them too tight. I just want to get a good feel for these too and make sure that gasket smushes down real nice. I don't know what the heck kind of mess I'm going to run into trying to get this started. It just might just start. Thankfully that hole is really big. Suppose I better make sure this bolt's tight. That's a 17 millimeter. I measured the transmission fluid. Turns out to be about 4 quarts. So I'll put that much in it and then check it. Well, the dipstick goes in the hole. That's a plus. Little birdie told me to put this stinky, oh man, this stuff reeks, Max Life in here for everything Kia, apparently. So this is 4 quarts. I'm going to dump the whole 4 quarts in there, and then I'm going to run this thing and check it. It's on level ground. I went through all the gears just on the hoist, drove it for a couple miles on the hoist, and it's just a hair over the cold marks. So I want to wait till it gets to operating temperature, and I want to have the level in between these two marks. And as soon as it gets there, I'll call it good. And that's it. Okay, bye.